right, welcome back, Scorpio. This is going to be a reading for the month of April. I am just shuffling the deck here real quick. I'm making a big mess, but that's what happens. If you're new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy this reading. If you're coming back and returning, I appreciate you and welcome back. I'm going to do the reading just like I do every month. It's going to be 7 cards. Just going to kind of quickly go over each aspect of your life very quickly, just to try to keep the video short and sweet. But what I do end up doing is I will kind of do a recap on the last readings, just so you can kind of get a little bit of an idea, and it kind of helps me with the readings as well, kind of see where this is going from what the past month readings said. So, almost done shuffling. Spirit, please guide us on what Scorpio should be looking for in the month of April, please. I'm going to pick the cards that jump the most. All right, Scorpio. So now that we have the cards all here ready to go, what I'm going to do is we'll go over all of our cards. And our first card here is the Moon card. And this card is going to pretty much discuss like your home or inner emotional life. Sometimes it's like what's going on in the home front, but sometimes it's going to be like your inner emotions. So it could be within yourself. So we'll see what it says, but just to do the recap on the past few months for you, you know, so far you've had your pleasure and happiness. You know, my advice to you was to use your intuition. And then the opportunity for change was there. And, you know, you were able to achieve your goals in your, you know, achieving your goals is in your reach. So it was there. Not sure if that happened for you or not, Scorpio. You'll have to let me know. But let's see what it says for you this month. Okay, so this month we have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is telling you that you potentially have some good news coming to you. And you feel like you're going to start feeling like you have like boundless energy. The energy is going to be there. And you might be looking for some adventure. I don't know if you can see here. He's very on the go, ready to go. So the energy is there. You know, you might be looking for some adventure. But the main message that the Page of Wands is giving us for you, Scorpio, is this might be a time that you really need to rely on yourself. Okay, we'll see what the other cards in the spread say, but you might have to just rely on yourself at this time. That's just kind of what I'm getting right at this moment, but we'll touch base with it as we continue on, since we can only see one card so far. Our next card is our Mercury card, and this is going to be the card that reflects your work and business matters. So it could be work, your business, your school life, depending on where you are in life. It could be in that field. So whatever you're doing, you know, for money or for further education to kind of keep your life going here. In the past, for your Mercury card, we had, you know, to keep your eyes open in the workplace. There was potential danger from a man at work. And then it was time to take some action at work. Something must happen. You must argue with the opponents as victory was guaranteed. And then, of course, my advice was in a professional manner, of course, especially if it's at a work and school place. You want to be professional about it. And then you had some sort of success at work. You were victorious. So whatever you had gone through the last couple months, like it all settled down and it was victorious. So let's see what it says for you this month. Hopefully it's still good. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, which isn't necessarily bad. It's not the best news for you in the workplace, but not necessarily bad either. This is she's just saying that, and she is in reverse. So this means that you might be dealing with someone who's cynical and rude at work. So it's just saying that you might have some difficulty. We don't always go to work or school with people that we get along with 100% of the time. So you might have some problems with somebody. More than likely will be a woman this time. Last time it was a male. This time it might be a woman. And the advice I can give to you about her is just try to be careful when you're sharing information with a woman, as she may not have your best interest at heart. So in the workplace, so the work, school, just kind of be careful with what you say, because sometimes, and you know how women can be sometimes, they may, act like they're your friend just to get information and may use it against you. So just be careful, okay, Scorpio, in that aspect. Our next card is our Venus card, and that's going to be our relationship card. And so this is mostly for romantic relationships, whether you're in a relationship with somebody or single. But this also could be close friends and family as well. So if you're single and you're like, that doesn't sound like it, it could be someone you're close to that this card refers to. Whoever you have that strong bond with. Doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner, okay? So in your past, you might have had some conflict, but, I told you to stand your ground in relationships. Obstacles were blocking your path to happiness. There was a possible lost love or a lost friendship of some sort. And someone made a bad choice that may have some more conflict with that bad choice. And then you might still have some conflict, but you must defend yourself. So, that was my advice to you. Even if things aren't going exactly the way you want to, you still really needed to defend yourself. So let's see what it says for you this month, for April. Okay, so here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is pretty much saying, that, the people in your life are honorable and dependable. So you're stable and secure in your relationship. So whatever was going on the past few months, Scorpio, has seemed to resolve for the month of April. Everything's kind of good, and you have that strong bond with the people in your life, and you can depend on them. So you're in a good place with relationships right now. So I wouldn't worry about that for the month of April, okay? Our next card is going to be our goals card, and it's our Sun card, so it's the goals card. And in your past months, your goals were not to give in to temptation and anger, and that it was time to forget about your pride and your material things. Not let your pride get the best of you, and you need to have patience, but you were going to have positive results. You just need to be patient with that. And I feel like things are turning around in all of these aspects for you so far, with what I see so far, Scorpio, for the month of April. It looks like things are finally turning around for you. Let's see what we have for this month, though. Okay, so we have the Temperance, and she is in reverse. So pretty much what she's saying is your goal for this month is you really need to find the balance, okay? So there's a balance needed here. And once again, I'm saying it again, that you need to be patient. So what's going to happen is if you end up rushing things, Scorpio, it may force you to make poor choices. So you really need to, rely on yourself, not trust other people. Even though your friendships and relationships are good this month, this is still sticking out at me, that you really need to whatever you're going through in the month of April, you kind of need to get through yourself. That is the vibe I'm getting on. So the Temperance is saying that you need to find that balance and not to rush your decisions, so that way you can make good choices. If you rush it, you're not going to make the right choice. And then, all this hard work and everything that you've done, Scorpio, might go down the drain. And we don't want that. So that's my advice for you for right now. We still have 3 more cards. So let's see what that says before I can give my final determination on what your reading's looking like here for you. Now, our next card is our Mars card. And this is where you're going to have conflicts, challenges, and difficulties. So in your past months, you might have had some issues with stability and security. And then you really need to be patient and reflect on the importance of giving yourself space to heal. And then you're going to be uncertain about a situation. There was going to be possible conflict. And looking back into your past, I feel like you did have conflict in the past months. And my advice was to be realistic for you. So let's see where you're going to struggle in April to see if we can help you out. Okay, so here we have the King of Cups. All right, and this is actually kind of, once again, going here hand in hand with the Page of Wands. So, you know how I said that you're going to have to, rely on yourself at this time? Well, here, the King of Cups is telling me it may be difficult for you to rely on yourself, but the King of Cups is saying that your challenge for this month is going to be you're going to have to face your problems on your own this month, okay? You do have the inner strength to do so, okay, Scorpio? So don't feel like you can't do this, because you definitely can. He's telling you that you can. But this is just confirming my assumptions with the Page of Wands here, that, yeah, you might have some issues. He does have some wavy water here, but you're going to have to face them by yourself and be strong about it, okay? Let's see what the rest of the spread says to see if we can get any more reflection on that. Our next card is our Jupiter card, and this is going to be your growth and development card. And the past months where I had said to you that you will learn how to deal with a malicious woman, and then you grew by trusting your instincts, which is great. Your instincts were right in the past, and then you may have missed an opportunity, but you learned from it, okay? And then you had to be calm, to kind of get through. So hopefully that's a lot this year already, Scorpio. So let's see what we have for this month. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is saying that, once again, an independent streak. So you're going to learn and grow from this independent streak, okay, Scorpio? It's definitely going to be a battle with yourself that you take on by yourself, that you're not really going to discuss much with friends and family. You're going to handle it on your own. So that's 3 cards telling me that, okay? Just so you know, that's 3 cards. So it's definitely an important thing you need to do. So even though you have those that you can rely on, those people are there for you, this is something that you're going to have to deal with yourself. Not sure exactly what it is, Scorpio. We're all going through different things right now. But whatever it is for the month of April, it looks like you're going to have to fight it alone. But you're going to learn and grow from this, and you're going to get stronger from it. So it is going to be a good thing, okay? It's not a bad thing to do things by yourself. Being independent, okay? Our last card is our Saturn card, and this is where you're going to require some restraint and control. And in the past, I had advised you that it was best for you to keep your sensitivity aside and trust in your intuition. So I wanted you to go into your intuition a few times here. And you might have felt that things weren't fair, and maybe you were feeling guilty about something possibly. And then my advice to you was to avoid being reckless and think before you make any big decisions. So, and that's what the Temperance is saying here. So that's still in check here. Really think things through, find the balance. Make sure whatever decisions you make, it makes your life balanced, that you're not putting your life out of whack, okay? So let's see what this card says for you. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is pretty much saying that you will have a strong element of focus this month and some clear insight on matters. It just makes you see your independence. Yeah, just make sure your independence doesn't push other people away. So your relationships are really strong, and you may not want or need the help from them this month, even though they are there for you. But basically just make sure you don't push people away, because you don't want to ruin your relationships. But it is okay to go through things alone. So you might have to just kind of explain to your loved ones, hey, You know, it doesn't mean I don't love you or anything, but I really just need to kind of get through this on my own. Okay, Scorpio, so hopefully that was helpful for you for the month of April. And yeah, it's looking good, okay? It's looking much better than the past months from my notes here on the past months. And things are looking good. You're just going to be very independent and you're going to handle things on your own, but the strength and the, you know, the energy and all that in your intelligent mind, it's going to be crisp. It's going to be able to focus on this right now. So the month of April is the time to do that. All right, so I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next month.